Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Well, happy Saturday. I'm feeling kind of burned out about my situation, and I'm praying to the God of dislikes to take me home to be with Marie Curie. And the reason for that is I'm recording this in early May of 2025, and we have we've had a couple days of triple digit temperatures here in the Phoenix area, and next week it will be mostly triple digits in the highs. And last year I had a very difficult time with it because I was navigating that all alone. I didn't have a life partner. And you normally don't think very much. In fact, I love my space to myself for the most part. What I don't love is when any challenges come up, having to carry all of that on my own shoulders, right? So, for example, 3 weeks ago, I had a relatively less than pleasant meeting at work, and fortunately, I'm dating somebody nowadays, and I asked my girlfriend about it, and she didn't know anything about it. But you know what happened? Just being able to talk it over allowed me to go to sleep. I can't tell you how many times I have these cryptic discussions with my boss, and I just think about it all night, tossing and turning. And guess what? What would have been a non-issue becomes an issue because I was sleep deprived going into work the next day. I can't tell you how many times that happens. And that was nice. Now, unfortunately, I still have to handle a lot of the big things by myself, right? I'm not living with her or anything, so come heat wave, and next time I get sick for some reason, even if it's a minor illness, oh my God, being alone multiplies everything, right? Uh, Not having somebody to just bounce stuff off of. I really mean it when I say 3 weeks ago when I had that unpleasant meeting. If I didn't have her, I could have tossed and turned all night and really messed it up. I can't tell you how many times I multiply problems because of not sleeping. Okay, so the other challenge in my life is that I keep coming back to last summer. The summer heat wave is really stressing me out. I thought about moving to another city, but it's easier said than done. Trying to apply for a job in Salt Lake City when you're not there, people wonder what you're doing, right? I was talking to a colleague that I trust about this, and he told me that a lot of these companies want to see you move there, even if you're unemployed, because you'll be desperate to take the job once you're there, and then they could basically they want to hijack the negotiation, right? I don't know if that's true or not. It sounds plausible. I think it would be hard for every employer to coordinate that all together. It's not like we have one employer, right? Uh, but a bit difficulty with that too. I looked into opportunities in Salt Lake. I looked into opportunities in uh, uh, Albuquerque as well, and a few other places. Now, Albuquerque is similarly hot, but at least you can live much closer to where you work, I would imagine, compared to here in Phoenix. I've been to Albuquerque a few times. It's a lot smaller geographically. Uh, Same thing with Salt Lake City, I would say. Uh, Although there are a lot more suburbs over there. I looked into opportunities in Taiwan. Taiwan's very nice. You could just walk to a train station, and also in Taiwan, a lot of housing is built with the idea that somebody might live there alone, right? So you're not having to live with roommates. Uh, you got very small micro studios as well. So that's good in that regard too. And also, people are much closer to each other, right? If you suffered a heat stroke during the summer, or you had a really bad COVID situation, I would imagine it's much easier for people to help each other out, right? After all, they only lost like a handful of people due to the pandemic, if I remember correctly. At least at the beginning. Toward the end, they had all sorts of other issues, but probably not necessarily COVID related. Uh, but I'm having difficulty with that because people wonder, why am I looking for opportunities 10,000 miles away from home, right? That's the other issue I was. In order to diversify these things a little bit, I've been hoping to put together some passive income with my art, as you guys saw, but putting together a Legos idea for Legos, and unfortunately, that has created its own set of drama as well in my life. Uh, I have a hard time touching anything without becoming addicted to it, whether they be activities or substances. Both of them can set me off, right? So, for example, I I have to arrange my diet in a weird way. I have a binge eating problem, obviously, but I have to limit the variety. Like on Monday, I'll eat blah. On Tuesday, I'll eat blah. On Wednesday, I'll eat blah. Only that way can I eat a normal amount of food. If I allow myself to eat anything I want on Monday, I'll just eat a large amount of everything, right? And my activities are similarly situated, right? I have to arrange like 3 days out of the week where I could just binge on my Legos. Otherwise, I'll just, it's not pretty any way you do it. And just the kind of personality I have. I often worry if I ever get hurt to need to use painkillers. I think that will be the beginning of the end for me. I really do. I really do. Fortunately, I'm not easy. I'm not one that's easy to succumb to pressure to using stuff like that. But if I ever need to use it for legitimate purposes, even that could probably. After all, the stuff that I do, the foods and the activities, I do start with legitimate purposes, right? It's not like I said, "Oh, do you want to get addicted to Legos? Oh, do you want to get addicted to eating whatever?" Right? No, they start out as legitimate things to do, right? All right. I pray that tonight when I go to sleep, I wake up with Marie Curie in heaven. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.